everybody, welcome to Gritalo, New York. Today I'm here with Dan Luck. He is an author, fitness, also personal trainer, and a songwriter and producer. How are you doing, Dan?
I'm good. How are you?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So today you came here to share great news with us. You wrote a book named Hanbook of Weighloss. Tell me what this book is about.
Weight loss book that I wrote because I wanted to solve a problem that I feel a lot of people have when they try to lose weight, which is diet programs and exercise programs tend to force the person to do too much all at once. So in other words, a person may have difficulty if they're going from doing nothing to all of a sudden now they've got this intense workout program, a new diet that they're not used to. So the book itself is actually a 15-week program where each week a person adds in a new step. So on week 1, there's just one step, one thing
that you
change about yourself. Exactly. So there's one change. So maybe 1 week will have to do with adjusting your portions when you eat. A lot of people
What about portions?
A lot of people.
How important are portions when we want to lose some pounds?
That's very important because a lot of people tend to have far too large portions at one time, and the human body can really only use a certain amount of the nutrients that it consumes. So if you were to have 1,000 calories all at once and your body doesn't need that much, whatever it doesn't need will get converted into fat. So that is a large reason why people tend to get overweight. They're just eating too many calories during the day and too many calories all at once. So simply by controlling portions, that can help a person to avoid that problem. Now there are times when you can have more calories, like after an intense weightlifting program, you would want to have more calories than right before you go to bed. Before going to bed is not a good time to have a lot of calories because when you're sleeping, your metabolism slows down, and that makes it easy to store body fat, which you don't want if you want to be ripped. So, for example, one of the weeks would be to just control your portions, and there are specific directions on how to do that to make that easy for you. You know, it works it out. It's a whole week, and you just work on that week. So this way, you know, if the first day you don't perfectly control your portions, it's not a big deal because you have the whole week to
control your portions.
Control your portions. By the time you're done with that week, you got that taken care of. All right, I know how to control my portions now. Now I can move on to week 2, and what does that say?
What is week 2? What can I do in week 2 to make it?
Well, I'll give you an example of another week. Will have to do with water. A lot of people don't drink enough water. I think the
How many glasses of water do we need?
I think the American Association that tells you what you're supposed to have, the FDA.
8 glasses?
Yeah, 8 glasses, that's right. That's what they say. You know, some people think that that's not enough. It depends also on your level of physical activity. If a person is training to run the marathon, that individual might need more than 8 glasses.
I saw you had a whole gallon of water when you came to the set today.
That's true. I did have a gallon of water.
Well, that's good. That's a good thing.
Yes, it's good to always be able to hydrate yourself possibly. It's also possible to overhydrate. Some people can do that. There are problems of the human body can start to lose its minerals if you hydrate too rapidly without consuming minerals, or if a person just overhydrates. There are certain complications that occur from that, so it's important to have the correct amount.
What about exercise? When can I start? In which week? Maybe another week?
You know, believe it or not, the exercise program I've saved for week 15 because the diet aspect is so important that I wanted to make sure that the person had all of the nutritional program is set, because also adding in one thing per week means if a person is deficient in minerals, for example, one of the weeks has to do with correcting mineral deficiencies. We would want to take care of that before we start the actual exercise program.
Is it important? Can I tone up my body? I would really want to tone up myself. I feel like I need more fiber, so how can I do that?
You know, that is actually one of the weeks has to do with eating fiber. That's interesting you asked that.
Eating fibers will help me without having to do exercise to tone up my body?
Eating fiber is extremely healthy, but depending on how many calories you're consuming each day, it may not necessarily cause you to actually lose weight, because if you're still consuming far more calories each day than you're using, the body is designed to store that as fat. But the fiber will help, and the fiber is very healthy. It's an extremely healthy thing, and the dietary recommendations for fiber is much higher than, I believe, what most people consume.
What about walking? It is summertime right now.
Walking is great.
Walking probably could be a good exercise. How much can we walk every day to help us, lose a little bit of weight or keep ourselves toned up?
That's true. Walking is an excellent way to exercise. The human body we're obviously designed to walk. It's a low impact way of exercise.
Do you have that
in
the book too?
Walking is in there somewhere as a yeah, walking is important. How much to walk? That's something that only your doctor can tell you exactly what your maximum amount would be, because everybody has their own different things that their body. Some people may be in perfect health. Maybe that individual can run as much as they want every day. But maybe somebody had an ankle problem at one point in their life. This is something that is on an individual basis. A person would have to work with their doctor in order to find out, okay, if you had an ankle problem, well, how much can you walk? Maybe that person can walk a lot on a treadmill, but can't walk a lot on the concrete New York City streets.
Exactly.
But maybe they can, and maybe somebody else. So it really depends on that individual, but walking in general is an excellent exercise.
Well, finally, what some tips before you leave, and also your contact info?
Okay, well, some tips before I leave. First of all, I would suggest getting the book.
Getting the book. Where can I get that book?
This book is available through the website, handbookofweightloss.com. That's handbookofweightloss.com. That's where you can get the book from. And actually, the website that's currently up right now does have some various tips on it. But in general, I was asked earlier today by someone if there was a secret, and I want to say this right now. If I could just sum up one secret, you want to just lose weight immediately, and of course, you have to check with your doctor.
Which one is the one?
Before you start any new exercise or diet program. But I told that person, if a person were to become a vegan right now, and a vegan diet means no animal products, no meats, no milk, no eggs, that is something that right there, it's just one thing.
Can I guess?
It will help you to lose weight.
Being vegetarian?
It may help you. Vegetarian is also great. Vegan takes it a step farther. But he asked what the secret was.
Do you do training lessons or not at the moment? Not anymore?
I've been thinking about it. I haven't been training clients lately.
You're good at it.
Thank you.
Last time I trained with you, I was beat out next day, but it was good. Okay,
good. I'm glad you had a good workout program. The best thing to do would be to go to the website, handbookofweightloss.com. Here you see the title of the book. It's just handbookofweightloss.com.
And it's something that we could do in everyday life, so not necessarily we have to have a personal trainer.
That's true, yeah. It is something, that's part of the point, is for a person to be able to do it for themselves, to train themselves. There's nothing wrong with having a personal trainer. Personal trainers can help a lot. They can help motivate you. But I believe personally that it's important for an individual to be able to train him or herself.
Sure, at the end of the day, you have to sacrifice. And you got to eat in small portions, and you have to put part of it. It has to be the choices we make every day,
Choices we make every day are very important.
So thank you very much, Dan. Anything else that you'd like to say before we finish this interview?
Well, you mentioned an email address. If someone does want to email me about the book, I do have an email. It's peopleloveanimals@gmail.com. That email I use for various different things, but that's a good email to use, peopleloveanimals@gmail.com.
All right, thank you very much. It was wonderful. So we keep in tune with Gritalo, New York.
Hi, my name is Dan Lux. I'm the author of Handbook of Weight-Loss. I'm here with Liz, and we're going to be doing your training session now. First, before you begin any new exercise, diet, or supplementation program, you should consult your physician. In place, start warming yourself up, just jog, just get your feet off the ground, and that's it, we're jogging. Jog in place is going to help to warm you up. It's important to breathe while you're jogging, so take deep breaths and just keep jogging. We're jogging and we're jogging and we're jogging in place. Now you can also, if you have access to a beach, you can jog along the beach. Sand is a very good thing to run on. It uses different muscles in a different way than running on gravel does, and it's very easy on the joints. When you jog on sand, because the sand has give to it, there's less stress on your joints and on your tendons and on your ligaments, which is extremely important. So now that you've been jogging for a little bit, we're going to switch over and we're going to do some squats. So what I want you to do is just keep your feet, put your feet shoulder width apart, and just squat straight down and back up. Now when you're squatting, it's very important. Keep squatting for me, Liz. While you're squatting, it's very important that your knees do not pass in front of your toes. So push your butt out farther and lean your chest farther forward to allow for that. There you go. That's very good. Now we're going to keep going. So we're keep on squatting. We can do sets of 10, 15, or even 20 squats depending on your personal level. Keep those knees behind your toes, Liz. Don't let your knees go past my hand right there. Squat down back. There you go. Because that's very important, because you've got a ligament on your knee called the ACL, which you've probably heard of. A lot of athletes injure the ACL. When your knees pass in front of your toes, it puts stress on the ACL because of the way it attaches the different bones to each other. It attaches your femur, the upper part of your leg, your tibia, the lower part of your leg. Okay, that's great. Now we're going to do another exercise, the lunge. So I want you to put one foot in front of the other. There you go, that foot back a little farther back. And then we're just going to go straight down on one leg, and there you go. Now remember to keep that knee behind your front toes. And let's go down again. Keep your chest out. There you go. Back up. Let's do 10 repetitions of this one right here. That's 3, 4, 5. You're doing great. 6. Keep your balance. 7, 8, 9. One more. 10. Now let's switch to the other side. The same thing on the other side. Get a little bit of a wider stance there. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember to keep that knee behind. 8, 9, and 10. Now let's jog some more. We want to jog some more and build ourselves up gradually till we get nice and warmed up and get that fat burning. You want to warm yourself up before you do any kind of intense training. It's extremely important that your internal body temperature raises before you train intensely or do intense stretching. And remember to breathe, Liz. Get off the ground a little bit more. You can do it. Getting tired? You're doing great. All right, now we're going to do some curls. You grab these dumbbells for me. Now, if you don't have dumbbells at home, you could just grab a couple of books. That'll be just fine. And if for some reason you can't stand up, just do it seated, or you can even just imagine yourself doing the exercises. That can even help. So when you do the curls, let's do one arm at a time. Curl it straight up. Now what I want you to do when you're doing your curls here is you keep your elbow in one spot. So let the weight down, put it all the way down, and now back up, and there you go. That elbow stays in one spot. But what we're going to do is we're going to alternate one side and then the other side. This one down, and we're going to do one at a time. Put both arms down, curl one up. There you go. Now let that one all the way down. You're doing great, Liz. Now let's do the next one. Switch to the other side. Now all the way down. Now switch to the next side. Back and forth, one and then the other. There you go. Now the other one. You can do it, Liz. Is it getting heavy?
Not yet.
Okay. Let's do this side now. Now that one. Now this one. There you go. Let's do 6 more reps on each side. Keep those elbows down the whole time. Now put it back down. Now the next one. And down. All right, great. Let's put those dumbbells down. We're going to do some more jogging. Let's jog in place for a couple of minutes. Jog. Jogging is an excellent thing to do because unlike running, there's a lot less impact on your joints because you can jog gently and all you have to do is just get your feet off the ground. That makes a huge difference. That's all you need to do. You don't have to jump up too high because that can start to cause shock to your bones. Just get your feet off the ground and that's all you need. Let's go. Now we're going to do some more squats again. Squats are great for building your legs, your thighs, and your butt, which is something that women like to get a lot, and it's good for everybody. So let's squat, feet shoulder width apart. Sink your butt down and back, just like you're sitting on a chair. You can put your hands in front of you if you need to. There you go. You're doing great. Remember to keep those knees behind the toes, which you're doing. You're doing a great job. Let's do 6 more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, now let's go ahead and do some more lunges again. One foot in front of the other, and we're gonna do lunges. Remember guys and girls, it takes effort to change your body. All the way down, and then back up. Take a little bit of a wider stance. If you find that your knee is going in front of your toes, you may need to take a wider stance to allow for the proper alignment. You're doing great. Notice how her hips are straight forward. That's extremely important to keep your body properly aligned. Let's do 5 more of these, Liz. 1. Whoa. That's okay. 2. Remember, keep your balance. 3. 4. 5. And if you ever feel dizzy, lightheaded, or short of breath, you should stop. Switch sides now. Squat. Go down. 1. Doing great. 2. Take a slightly more little wider stance there. Excellent. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 more. 8, 9, and 10. That's excellent. Well, thanks for joining us, and be sure to tune back next time for another training session. Hi everyone, here we are again. Glad to see you. It's time for your training session. Remember to consult with your physician before you begin any new diet, exercise, or supplementation program. So everyone, get up. If you can't get up, stay seated and imagine yourself doing it, or just use your arms. Remember, your imagination is a powerful tool, so if for some reason you can't or don't want to get up, you can use your imagination and imagine yourself doing the exercises. Everyone else, get up. Get something comfortable to lay down on. You can put a towel on the floor, you can put a mat, or you can just lay down on your carpet, or your floor if you prefer, depending on how you like it. Right now what we're going to do is we're going to work on abs. Right now what we're going to do is we're going to work on abs and low back. So Liz, I want you to lay completely back for me. Bend your knees, just the way you had them. Bend them up nice. That's great. Now what I want you to do is I want you to put your hands just touching your ears. You're not pulling on your neck. It's very important. A lot of people pull their neck up when they're doing abs. That strains the neck. We don't do that. We just put our hands on our ears just like this, and that works fantastic. What I want you to do is just raise your chest off the ground. You don't have to do a full sit-up. These are crunches right here. Raise it off the ground. That's excellent. Back down. Raise it again a little bit higher this time. Get yourself a little bit farther up. Excellent. Let's keep going with those. Keep going. Now we're going to do 15 reps over here. So we're going to count 15 in addition to what we just did. Keep going, Liz. 1, 2, 3. Remember to breathe. 4, 5, 6. Breathe, Liz. 7. You can do it. 3 more. 8, 9, 10. Good job. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do low back. It's extremely important when you train your abs to also train your lower back. Your abdominal muscles have a mechanical advantage over your erector spinae muscles, the muscles of your low back that allow you to stand up straight, because your spine is here and your abs are here, so they can pull very, very powerfully on your back. But the back muscles are right next to the spine. So you need to train them even more than you train your abs in order to maintain a balance so you can stand up straight and have your core properly balanced. So what I want you to do is get up for a second, and we're going to just go on your hands and knees. This is an excellent lower back exercise. Hands and knees, and what I want you to do for me, Liz, is raise your left arm up. Raise this left arm straight up, right here. Touch my hand with it. Now, your back foot, bring that back up off the ground. Right there. There you go. Now back down. Now just bring them back down. Now put your hand down here and your knee down at the same time. There you go. That's the exercise. What this does is this This works the erector spinae muscles, and we're going to switch sides. It's an extremely important and effective exercise to use. There you go. You're doing great. It's also good for your general stability because, as you can see, Liz is having a little trouble balancing. So it's good for her to do this exercise because it's going to increase the stabilizers in her shoulders and in her hips. Put them down, and now let's do 10 reps. 1. To the same side, just keep doing that side. 2. Doing excellent. 3. 4. 5. 6. Remember to breathe. 7. You're doing great. 8. 9. 2 more. 10. Good job. Let's switch to the other side now. We're going to do 10. 1. 2. And that elbow, Liz. There you go. Keep it bent slightly. You can have it almost straight as long as there's a slight bend right there. You see how there's a slight bend? Try to hold that spot. 6 more. Put it back down. Doing great. Keep going.
Are you recording, Tim?
Doing excellent. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. All right, more abs. Turn over. Remember, you have to push yourself if you want to change your body. It takes effort. You're not going to get it done by doing one set of one thing and one set of the other thing. You have to take constant effort and put forth energy into it. You'll only get out of it what you put into it. Lay back down on your back. Now we're going to do a slight variation of this crunch. Hands on your ears, and what I want you to do is, your hands on your ears like before, and bring your left elbow up, your right elbow up to your left knee. Bring it all the way up. We're going to go all the way up this time. Do a full sit-up. Come all the way up to here, Liz, if you can. Okay, then you can do that. You can bring your knee halfway there in that case. So bring your knee and touch it. There you go. That's excellent. Doing great. Doing good. Try to get those shoulders up a little higher. Get them up off the ground. Let's switch to the other side now. You're doing great. Get those shoulders off the ground. Keep going, and remember to breathe. Take deep, fluid breaths. Breathing is extremely important. It allows the body to replenish its supply of oxygen and allows you to expel toxic carbon dioxide. Switch to the other side. Doing great, Liz. You're a good sport. Let's switch to the other side now. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. All right, more low back now. This is it, our last set of low back for today. It's an extremely important aspect, as I explained earlier. We do not skip the low back. It may not be as fun as doing abs. It may be more fun depending on how you like it, but it is extremely important. So let's bring that right arm up and that left leg up at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9 and 10. Now switch. Leg goes back. There you go. You're doing great. If you get confused, it's okay as long as you're trying. There's no shame in trying and failing. The only shame is in not trying. Keep going. Left arm up, right leg. Left arm, right leg. Doing great. Nope, other side. We already did that side. You can do that side again if you want to. You're doing excellent. Now bring them down. Now it's okay to lift it and hold it for a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't want to hold it too long because sometimes if you hold an isometric contraction, which is a contraction where the joints are not moving, sometimes that can cause a little bit of muscle spasticity, which is where the muscles become tight and they're constantly squeezing. Even though you're not doing anything, it can cause pain, and it's not something that we want. So keep a fluid motion, Liz. 7 more. 1, 2, breathe. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Excellent job. Now, if you feel like you want to keep going, you can feel free to keep going at home. But for us right now, we're done. I'm Dan Lux, author of Handbook of Weighloss, and this is my excellent trainee, Liz. Thanks for joining us. Hi, I'm Dan Lux, author of Handbook of Weighloss, and the vacation diet. We're here right now to learn a new and interesting exercise. Check with your physician before you begin any new exercise, supplementation, or diet program. Right now, Liz is going to demonstrate the exercise. This is an excellent exercise for your gluteus maximus muscles, your butt muscles. It helps to shape those muscles and it works them, and it's a great overall exercise. What we're going to do is we're going to raise our leg outwards and also slightly back at the same time. It's a variation of the exercise earlier. Bring the leg down and out and back. Doing great. There you go. And notice how she's stabilizing herself by holding on to this pole. It's great to hold on to a pole, or you can hold on to a chair, or if you want to challenge your balance, you can even do it without holding on to anything. That's a little more advanced. Keep this knee slightly bent the whole time, this knee slightly bent the whole time. Keeping your knees slightly bent protects the joints. It's always important when you're exercising never to lock out any joint. You never lock your knees all the way out, and you never lock your elbows all the way out. You always keep a slight bend, which protects the ligaments, it protects the tendons, and it protects the joints. Let's do 4 more. 1, out and back, Liz. There you go. 2, 3, and 4. Excellent. Now let's switch to the other side now. The same thing, we're bringing the leg out and back at the same time at a diagonal angle. You feel that working your glutes over there, Liz? Great. Keep this knee slightly bent the whole time. It's moving as a single unit. Excellent. Keep going there, Liz. Doing great. Just like this. There we go. That's how you do it. Let's do 6 more. You're doing great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Great job. Come see us later for some more fun stuff.